On Christmas, my sister gave me a paternity test, so you remember you're not part of this family. While Dad laughed hysterically. I just smiled and said, interesting timing, Sarah. I'm 29, always been the odd one out in the Peterson family. Different hair, different build, different everything. They joke about the mailman constantly, like it's the funniest thing in the world. So when Sarah handed me that DNA kit with a smirk, saying, time to prove what we all know, I wasn't even surprised. Dad was cracking up in his armchair, Mom nodding along like she'd been waiting years for this moment. Fine, I said calmly, but let's make it interesting. How about we all take DNA tests? You know, for science? The room went quiet. Sarah's smile faded. Why would we need to? She laughed nervously. Because I already took one 6 months ago. I pulled out my phone, and according to 23andMe, I have a half-sister named Jessica who's been looking for her biological family. I showed them Jessica's profile. Same last name as Mom's maiden name. Same distinctive birthmark on her wrist that Mom has. Jessica was born 9 months after Mom's business trip to Chicago in 1995. Remember that trip, Mom? The one where you couldn't be reached for 3 days? Mom's face went completely white. Dad stopped laughing immediately. Oh, it gets better. I kept scrolling through my phone. Jessica wasn't the only surprise. Turns out I have 3 half-siblings from Mom's various work conferences. I showed them the photos, one by one. This is Michael from Denver, born in 1998. Ring any bells about that marketing seminar you attended alone, Mom? Sarah grabbed my phone, staring at the screen. That's not possible. And here's little Emma from Portland, born in 2001. Funny how she has the same rare eye condition as Mom. What are the odds? Dad's face was turning red now, but not from laughter anymore. Linda, what the hell is this? The best part? I pulled out a thick envelope from my jacket. I've been in contact with all 3 of them for months. They all want to meet their biological mother. In fact, they're driving here right now. Mom stood up, her hands shaking. You didn't. I did. Jessica should be here in about an hour. Michael's flying in from Denver tonight. Emma's parents are bringing her tomorrow morning for Christmas brunch. I looked directly at Sarah, who was still holding that DNA kit like it might explode. So tell me again about not being part of this family, because it looks like you're about to have a lot more family than you bargained for. Dad was staring at Mom like he'd never seen her before. 26 years, Linda. 26 years of marriage, and you've been lying about 3 children? Actually, I said, checking my messages. Make that 4. Just got a DNA match notification this morning. Apparently there's a David from Miami who's also looking for answers. The doorbell rang. Through the window, I could see a young woman with Mom's exact nose and chin standing on our porch, holding a wrapped present. That'll be Jessica, I said, walking toward the door. I told her we were having a family reunion. Sarah finally found her voice. You planned this whole thing. You gave me 6 months to prepare after I took that test. I shrugged. Did you really think I'd just sit on information this explosive? I opened the door wide. Jessica, come in. Meet your biological family. Jessica walked in, looking exactly like Mom did in old photos. Hi everyone. I'm so excited to finally meet you all. The silence was deafening. Dad was gripping his chair so hard his knuckles turned white. Mom looked like she might actually faint. Jessica's a pediatric nurse, I announced cheerfully. She brought cookies. She baked herself. Isn't that sweet? Jessica smiled nervously. I hope I'm not intruding. Oh, it's perfect timing, I said. Sarah was just questioning whether I belonged in this family. Turns out the real question is whether this living room is big enough for all of Mom's children. My phone buzzed. Michael just landed. He'll be here in 30 minutes. I looked around at their devastated faces. I think I'll go help Jessica bring in her luggage. She's staying for the week. As we walked outside, Jessica whispered, are they always this quiet? They're just processing some new family dynamics, I said. By the way, Michael's bringing his twin daughters. Through the window, I could see Sarah fanning Mom while Dad paced like a caged animal. Should we go back in? Jessica asked. Let's give them another minute. They're still adjusting to the fact that their black sheep just became the family detective.